Hi, Gardner Web Coaches. So good to come to you by video. Sorry we couldn't get together last week in person. What a week. Hurricanes can interrupt our lives, detour our plans, and delay being together. But they cannot derail God's will. I was able to meet with the vast majority of Leadership Academy athletes on Thursday evening. Heath and I put both year one, leading yourself, and year two, leading others together. Honestly, it was a fantastic session. Athletes were engaged, responsive, and participatory. We honestly evaluated it as the best session yet. What I did was a detailed DISC assessment with them. This was new to year one and a reminder to year two. Just like in our Christian faith, we always need to be reminded of who we are. God does this all the time, and I find it to be a necessary thing with any human being. Who we are, where we might stumble, and what we can do about it. DISC is a behavioral assessment, as a reminder, and for some of you it's a new tool. Not about personality like Myers-Briggs, but about how people approach life, decision making, and how they deal with stress, and also relationships. It's a self-awareness tool. It was good to engage the year two leading others, athletes with, especially from lacrosse, women's basketball, and swimming, all teams with new head coaches. I asked them to share the differences between the former head coach and the new head coach with the group from a DISC standpoint. And I have to tell you, they nailed it. They did a great job. DISC profiles are not good or bad, right or wrong. They just are. No judgment in them. Self-awareness is the key I have found and am continuing to find to growth and peak performance in life and sports. It's the foundation, it's the soil in which mental toughness and skills can grow. I told the athletes this: I want you to know who you are, and I want you to embrace who you are. Until a person does that, they cannot move forward. Self-aware people are better leaders. Self-aware athletes are more focused and better able to achieve their peak performance. As an illustration, I referred to Madison Keys, one of the top U.S. female tennis players today. In the recent U.S. Open, she was up one set and ready to win the second set and the match. She was up 5-2. She had one game to go. In her interview after the match, Madison said of her loss, yes, loss, that she began to think of her next match against Serena Williams. Madison was like, bring it on, I want Serena. Problem is, Madison's mind left the court. Her body stayed put, but, and this is the point I made with the Academy athletes, the body always follows the mind. Always. My first goal with the Academy is to help athletes be so self-aware that they notice right away when they leave the court. We all see it in the autopsy afterwards, but peak performance happens when you know it in the moment and therefore can bring yourself back to the moment. At that point, if your mind has left the court, your skills don't matter one bit. Madison hits a wicked backhand and forehand, but because she wasn't really on the court, those skills were completely negated. Here's the other important thing I said. Leaders are learners. As soon as you stop learning, you stop leading. In other words, this is what I said. If you think you don't need what the coaches are saying to you, if you think you already know it all, if you don't like asking for help because you think you should get it on your own, be careful. You are on the edge of cutting off learning, which means you are cutting off leading. I said several times to the Academy that I am here for them and to please reach out by text, email, or phone if you want to know more or talk more. I have my first session tonight with an athlete who reached out. Thank you for allowing me to partner with you and your athletes. It is a privilege. As my travel schedule coincides with games, I look forward to seeing you there. Each week I'm at Gardner Webb. I'll be searching out practices to watch, coaches to contact, and be available to talk with students. If you want to set something up, then let's connect ahead of time. I'd love to sit with you in your office and talk about what it means to partner with you. Let me know how I can be helpful. See you October 14 and 15.